Hi, this is Stephanie from Flow. We're going to do a strength workout today. Please know that this is completely at your own risk. So we are providing this service temporarily for those of you who are self-quarantining. Things that you'll need if you're at home: a chair, if you don't have any dumbbells, a couple water bottles or soup cans. If you do have dumbbells, a heavier and a lighter set of dumbbells. If you have a stability ball, that would be great. We're going to be doing whole body strength workout today, and we'll be doing 4 sets, opposing muscle groups. So we're going to start with the chest and back, but first we're going to do a little bit of a warm up. So go ahead and bring your feet about shoulder width apart. You're going to sit the hips back and down, and then rise up. As you come into this wide squat, just notice how do your hips feel, your knees, your ankles, moving in a pain-free range of motion. And then as you feel connected to your feet, your knees aligning with your toes, you feel a sense of empowered strength in your lower body, then start to add your upper body. Your arms can reach out or up as far as it feels comfortable for you. Good. So we'll warm up through our shoulders, our hips, our thighs. Let's do that 3 more times. And then we'll slowly take our hands to our thighs. Inhale, heart center reaches forward, tailbone reaches back into a cat back. And then exhale. I'm sorry, that was cow back. Cat back on the exhale, cow back as you inhale. Cat back as you exhale, just like this. Inhale to cow back. So moving through the muscles of the torso, the trunk, warming those muscles. And notice as you move through flexion and extension of your spine, how far do you comfortably move without any pain or strain. Take that awareness with you to the rest of our class. On your next exhale, hold cat back and slowly roll up, stretching the muscles that parallel your spine, and then roll your shoulders back and down a few times. Let's mobilize our scapula, warm up our back. Great, looking good. Now come to a squat again. We're going to start to warm up some rotation in our torso. So we're going to turn, come back to center on the inhale, turn, and notice how far are you rotating without rotating your lower body so much. So kind of really focusing your strength from the waist and the back. A few more times just like that. Good, we're going to come back to our center. And now take the feet parallel to each other like a straddle position. We're going to open one foot, this foot, bend the knee, shift the ribs, open the side body. On the exhale, you can reach your elbow. If you're taking care of a shoulder, hand can come to the ribs. Find a place that feels good for you. On the inhale, come back and turn your feet toward the front. Exhale, the other foot opens, knee bends. Hold and breathe. Remember your options with your arm. And now on your breath, inhale through center. Exhale, side body stretch. Inhale through center. Exhale, side body stretch. Keep moving with your breath. So we're warming up our muscles in all of our planes and ranges of motion so that all of our muscles are feeling warm before we move into our work phase. Good. The next time you come back to center or that feels balanced and even for you, rest here. Good. Walk your feet back underneath your shoulders. And we'll start with our first 2 exercises. We're going to do back rows and chest presses. Now, if you don't have a ball, you can do push-ups instead of chest presses. But let's start with the back rows. So we're going to go ahead and sit on the ball or on a chair, either one. Reach for your weights. If you have a choice between heavy and lighter weights, reach for your heavier weights. And then lengthen your spine, back of the neck long. You're going to exhale and draw the elbows back, strengthen through your back muscles. Inhale, release those weights down. Flowing just like that. Strengthening the muscles between your shoulder blades, drawing your shoulder blades down, the back of the shoulders. Each breath feeling strength across your back. Common errors here are lifting your chin, which I'm doing a little bit just to make sure I'm still in the frame. But you want to keep the back of the neck long. And how many of these do you want to do? Everybody, how many of these do you want to do? To fatigue, right? So we want to get to fatigue. We want to feel strength in the back. If you don't feel any fatigue after 15 reps, your weight is probably too light. And I know if you're at home, you might not have a heavier weight. Then you can actually kind of slow it down a little bit to make it a little stronger. Just moving is going to be so good for your body. So don't worry so much if you don't have a heavy enough weight. It's still good. You're still going to get some strength. Once you get to some fatigue, if you're not fatigued yet, you can hold to find some fatigue. But once you get to fatigue, we're going to move on to our next exercise for the chest. We're alternating back, chest. So for the chest, if you have a ball, you're going to do a chest press on the ball. I'm going to move my ball back so you can see what we're doing. We're going to bring ourselves all the way down so just the head and shoulder blades are on the ball. The hips are lifting. I'm going to turn a little bit sideways for this. So the hips are lifting and working the glutes, the hamstrings, and the low back. Arms coming out to 90 degrees. And then I push up and lower down. Actually, you can do this laying on your mat or the floor. You don't have to have a ball. So if you don't have heavy enough weights for this, do push-ups instead. Okay, so chest press or push-ups. You can have your head and shoulder blades on a ball, or you can have your back on the ground with your knees bent. You're going to keep going until you feel fatigue. I'm just going to show you that other option. On the ground, on your back. Just like this. So the great thing about this workout, if you're doing it at home, is that we're going to do these same exercises 3 more times. So if you have them figured out now, you're going to have the opportunity to repeat them 3 more times, so that we're going ahead and getting the muscles to fatigue 4 times, 4 sets. Really good for your metabolism, your whole body strength. So once you're at your fatigue, then you'll go back to those back rows, either seated in a chair or seated on a ball. Taking your ribs toward your thighs, taking your time. I might be ahead of you, that's okay, or behind you. We're going to do our rows for that second set. We're doing, again, 4 sets of everything. You got it, perfect. Remember that you always want to be able to feel strength without strain, without pain. So if you have any strain or pain, you can always reduce your range of motion, so make it a little smaller, or reduce your load. You could even do these exercises without weights and still benefit, okay? So you decide how much load you need. Soup cans can work in your hands, water bottles. If you don't have weights at home, movement is good. All movement is good, unless that movement is too much, too soon, or too often for your tissues. Once you get to your fatigue, then you move to either push-ups or chest presses. Remember, if you're choosing push-ups, you want to bring your hands wide enough that it feels good for you in your shoulders. You don't feel any strain or pain in your shoulders. Once you feel fatigue, you'll move on to your 3rd set. I'm just not talking. That was Maggie in the back row asking for a pause because I wasn't talking. I do have some wonderful people here with me, not doing this all on my own. We're able to right now, because our classes are light, have lots of social distance in class. So we're a good six feet from each other for sure. And we are disinfecting things here. But we want to give you this option of being able, if you are self-containing, quarantining, to be able to continue to work out with flow and to yoga practice with flow. So again, chest presses or push-ups, finishing our third set. When you're ready, moving on to your fourth set. No rush, keep going. We're gonna have a transition exercise between each muscle groups. So I'll be kind of doing a quicker fourth set so I can bring you, whoever is ready for the transition exercise, bring you to that. But take your time. If you're still on third set, you're not fatigued yet, or if you're just wanting to do a few more, ideally, if we're at fatigue, between 8 to 12 reps. But if you're working out at home, you might not have a big choice of weights, so do what you can. Movement is good. Fourth set for the chest. Again, chest presses, push-ups. You can do the chest press lying on the mat or on your ball. Remember, slower is better, quality over quantity, muscle over momentum. Now our transition exercise, if you're on a ball, you can take the weights to the creases of your hips and do glute thrusters. So you lower the hips and then you lift the hips to work the glutes. If you don't have a ball, no problem. You can do the same thing with your back on the ground. It would look like this. You lower, or you lift and lower your hips. You can do that with or without weight. And this is our transition exercise. So what that means is that we want to be able to all meet together for the next muscle groups, the arms. So if you're still working on chest and back, keep doing that. When you're ready to work the glutes, meet us here. And if you're here, keep going until you feel fatigue. Once you do feel fatigue, we're going to take a little stretch for the gluteal muscles. You take one ankle across. Feel that stretch here. You can stay here if you feel a stretch, or draw the legs toward you to feel a bit more of a stretch. Arms can open up wherever you feel good in your shoulders. And then we'll switch to stretch the other side. Staying here or drawing the legs toward you. Excellent. From here, we're going to go ahead and give the knees a hug, maybe massage So that's going to be your wide squat. And as you lower your hips, you're going to lift your hands toward your shoulders. So plie squat with a bicep curl. Again, if you don't have weights, you can use soup cans or water bottles. Perfect. Once you're at your fatigue plus, well, fatigue is good enough. You could add 2 more if you feel like you want a little bit more. Then we're going to move to the triceps. So for the triceps, we're going to come to a squat. And from the squat, we're going to add a row. And then from a 90-degree angle in the arm, we're going to straighten the arms and come back to 90. Straighten the arms, come back to 90. So tricep kickbacks. Working the back of the arms, excuse me, the core, the legs. Just like that. Nice. Good form, everybody. Everybody that's here, at least. 3. Oops, sorry, counting out loud. As many as you need to feel fatigue. Once you find fatigue in the back of your arms, your triceps, then you'll come back to that plie squat with bicep curl. Only if you want more, only if this is easy for you in terms of coordination, you can add a calf exercise too. You can lift your heel, alternating heel lifts. If that feels like too much, just do the plie squats and the bicep curls. But if you want to add that calf exercise, feel free. Nice. Again, we're looking for fatigue in the biceps. Once you feel that, remember that's where you improve. Muscles don't know numbers. They know fatigue. Once you feel that, you'll go back to your tricep option. Back of the neck long. You got it, perfect. Keeping it slow and steady. This is set 2, right? Yep. Okay. Once you feel some fatigue in your triceps, take your time. I'm going a little bit ahead maybe of some of you so that I can show you the transition exercise. Then we'll go to our 3rd set. Remember that option of lifting a heel each time, just an option. Now if you just do 6 reps, that's great. Do 15, that's great. Whatever it takes to find fatigue. Muscles don't know numbers, they know fatigue. Third set of triceps when you're ready. Only when you're ready.
You're doing a full back too, or just the triangle?
Oh, were we holding this before? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So this is what we're doing. I was adding a row. The teacher and the taught together create the teaching. We're a community here. It takes all of us.
We all know what you know.
And then we're getting ready for our 4th set, right?
Yes.
Okay. See, I need them. The good thing about doing this is Maybe some of our friends who moved away can join us. Like Malcolm, if you're listening.
Oh, we say names. Oh, shout out to Malcolm. Is this live streaming on the website?
We're going to put it on our YouTube channel.
YouTube.
Yeah. It's not live streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can edit.
Again, once you feel fatigue, last set of triceps. Holding the squat and row, extend and bend. It doesn't super matter if you added that row, but if you want to isolate the triceps more, you just move the elbow. Keep going if you're not fatigued. I want to show you our transition exercise. It's going to be some lateral flexions of the spine. So lift through center and then reach to one side. Lift through center, reach to one side. Strengthening the waist, stretching the waist. Your arms are just relaxing. The effort is coming from your waist. Once you start to feel some fatigue in your waist, and make sure you're lifting through center. If you're taking care of a low back, make this smaller and slower. This is good for strengthening muscles that protect the low back, but if you are dealing with any strain in your low back, take it nice and easy. Excellent. All right, from here we're going to go to deltoids and waist. So the shoulders, the front and the side shoulder muscles. You're going to want either no weight for this, or a water bottle, or a soup can, or a light weight for this. So I'm going to switch out to my 3-pound weights. So there's a couple ways you can do this. If you're taking care of a low back, you might want to start with your feet hip width apart or wider. Give yourself a little bit more room. And we're going to reach into rotation, reach the arms out, and then come back. Same side over and over. If you want to make this a little bit more, more load for your waist, a little stronger for your waist, you can cross the leg and reach. So maybe try that. See how much is enough. I feel strength in my waist without any strain in my low back. Strengthening your front and side deltoids and your waist. Yeah, and you are leaning. It's okay to lean. It's part of the work. Perfect. Now we're looking for fatigue. You might feel fatigue in your waist before your shoulders, or you might feel fatigue in your shoulders before your waist, depending on what's stronger for you. Same thing other side. This is our opposing muscle groups because we're doing the other side. Again, we're doing 4 sets. You can tell you don't need a lot of weight for this one. So when that first set is done, you'll go back to the first side. Again, feet can be shoulder width, hip width, or crossed. Lean your waist. Use some of your waist strength. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you want kind of like your arms are going, if your arms are going to the right, your waist is going to the left. Or if your arms are going to the left, your waist is going to the right. Still on that second set, second side. I think your feet are too wide, Maggie. That's why you're not feeling your waist much. Now do you feel more?
Yeah.
I feel fatigued.
just to fatigue. You don't have to go beyond fatigue. We're doing 4 sets. You may even start doing this without weights. Your arms can weigh enough. I love this exercise. Whole body strength. This class is called Strength on our schedule. And for your last set, some of the people here put down their weights, so you're welcome to do that too. Or if your weights are light enough, you can incorporate those into your last set. Looking good, everybody. Congratulate yourself for making it to your mat today and keeping your body moving. It's a beautiful day here in the gorge. Once you're done with that last set, go ahead and lower your weights. Use a squat to lower so you don't hurt your back. And we'll talk about what our next 2 exercises are. So, we've been doing a bit of waist exercise. We're gonna do a bit more. And the waist exercise we're gonna do is also gonna focus on some of these muscles in here. Also legs. So this is gonna be legs and core and front of shoulder and chest and even the bicep a little bit. So squats will be the first thing. You can do these with body weight, with a light weight, or with a heavy weight. And I'd like you to just experiment for a moment on what width squat feels best for your ankles, your knees, and your hips. So for me, a shoulder width squat feels really good. Narrow squat feels good too, but shoulder width feels better for me. As you lower, you want to think about a couple things. Keep the weight equal on all edges of the feet. Keep your knees aligning with your toes. And then are you bending from your hip, knee, and ankle, right? I'll see some people will just bend from their hips or from their knees and ankles. You want to bend from all of those joints. And you're keeping your abs supported, the back of your neck long. Once you find a good squat, body weight, lightweight, or heavy weight, you choose. So grab the weight you choose, and we'll start with those squats. Your width, your range of motion, uniquely yours. You don't have to touch the floor with the weights. I've been doing this for a while, that feels good for me. But you could come this low, however low it feels right for you. Keep going. I'm going to tell you one more thing while you're going. You don't want to go lower than you can maintain your lumbar curve. So if you start to round your back here, only go this low, okay? You want to keep the lumbar curve. If you start to go lower and round your back, you could stress and strain your low back. So make sure you only go as low as you can maintain your neutral spine. Once you feel fatigue in your legs, move on to our second exercise in this first set. So our second exercise in this first set, you can use 1 or 2 weights. I'm going to use 1. And you come into a bit of a mini squat, and you do weighted rotations. So if I hold the weight more high, I'm going to feel this more in my shoulder, my chest, and my bicep. If I hold it a little lower, I might feel it more in my waist. Good. And like I talked about in the warm-up, how much of your lower body is moving? Are you doing this? Right, kind of just pulling your body around? Or are you isolating strength where you want to feel strength. In your waist, in your back, in your chest, biceps, shoulders. Once you feel a little fatigue there, go back to your weighted squats. Now we're moving to our second set. First exercise, second set. Good. Yeah, you do want to feel strength in your legs, your hips, your thighs, maybe even your core. Once you find a little bit of fatigue there, back to second exercise, second set. Again, to your fatigue, and then you'll move into your third set, starting with squats. Don't let me rush you. If it's taking you longer, let it take you longer. We'll have a transition exercise so everybody can catch up. Looking good. Keep it going. Once you feel some fatigue in your legs, this is our third set or our fourth set? Third set, right? Okay. Then back to your waist rotations. If you start to feel any strain in your low back with these, eliminate the weight and do slow rotations. We've been doing quite a bit for our waist today. If your waist is not used to that much, it might be too much too soon. No exercise is bad. It's important to remember that. I mean, some exercises are better than others, more risky. It's just a matter of whether your body is ready for that particular exercise. Once that feels complete for you, we go back now to our fourth set, right? Yeah. Starting with our squats. Nice, good form, everybody. Super strength peeps are here today, so they know what they're doing. Makes it easy for me to stay on my mat. Once that feels complete for you, once you feel fatigue, last time, with or without weights, rotations. Make sure that your arms aren't just rotating, your chest is rotating. Your torso is rotating with your arms. You're feeling your waist and your back muscles. Once that feels complete for you, we're going to do simply just plie squats as a transition exercise. If you want to add the heel lift, you can. One more little leg exercise. And then we're gonna all come together in a moment and we're gonna do core. So we do front core, side core, and back core to the timing of a Tabata. So it'll be 20-25 seconds per exercise, 4 exercises. We'll do them twice. We'll do a forearm plank for the front core, a side forearm plank for the side core, and a side plank for the other side core, and then a locust for the back core. All right. So you can put your weights off to the side, and you can come down onto your belly. So as we come to the belly, we're going to start with a forearm plank. I'm just going to show you these. You can practice with me if you want before we time them. But one thing that's really important is that some people kind of hang out on their elbows in a forearm plank. You're going to miss a lot of your core if you do that. You want to press down into your entire forearm. You can lift your hips into a kneeling forearm plank, or also lift your knees into a full forearm plank. Make sure your elbows are in front of your shoulders, not behind them. From there, we'll go to one side. Knee can be down, or both knees can be up in that forearm side plank. And again, make sure the elbow is in front of the shoulder. Same thing other side. And then for our back core, we lengthen the body, and then we strengthen the whole back of the body as we lengthen. If this causes pain in your low back, take your feet down. If it still causes pain in your low back, take your arms down. Add any version of those so you feel strong in your back without strain. And take your shoulder blades together and down your back. All right, we're gonna get ready to begin in 5 seconds with a forearm plank. 2, 1, lift, press, lengthen, kneeling or full forearm side plank. Keep the back of your neck long. That's important. That's part of engaging your core. I will have to lift my chin sometimes, so look at the clock. We've got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, side plank. You can have the knee down. Yeah, my foot is behind me, or both legs extended. You can have one hand down for support or reach that hand up. The most important thing is you're lifting your hips and your waist, strengthening your side core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, other side. When you're ready, lift the waist, hold and breathe. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to your belly. Forehead down, arms to your sides. You're gonna lengthen and strengthen the backside of your body in 2, 1. Hold and breathe. Think of lengthening more than lifting. Whole backside of the body is strong. Back of the neck long. Feel your breath. Always breathing, never holding your breath when you're practicing strength exercises. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to our forearm planks. When you're ready, activate the core, press into the forearms. Knees down or knees up, you choose. Lengthening the body, back through the heels, forward to the crown of the head. Lifting that deep low belly. Four, 3, 2, 1. One side. Beginning when you're ready, lift the waist, lift the hips. Hold and breathe. If you're taking care of a shoulder and this feels like too much, you could also do side crunches like this. 2, 1. Let's come to our other side. So either forearm plank, or you could do side crunches. More seconds, whatever you choose. the back of your neck, lengthen your whole body. And then as you lengthen, strengthen the back of the shoulders, the upper back, the back of the glutes. Lift, but really lengthen more than lift. 10 more seconds here. 2, 1. Let's take the hands down, push yourself back to either child's pose or down dog. Breathe here. Good, keep breathing just like that. So we're gonna come into a few stretches. Go ahead and take your feet out in front of you. And take the soles of the feet together, lift up tall to the top of the head. As you lift up tall, you can keep your hands on your ankles, or if it helps you to sit taller, bring your hands behind you. Stretching the deep inner hip and thigh. Earlier we stretched the outer hip and thigh. Allow your breath now to guide you into deeper relaxation. Feel each inhale lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, relaxing into the stretch a little bit more. Good. So as you hold and breathe, start to feel your muscles relaxing. Start to feel your nervous system relaxing. Let your breath be long and balanced. On the next inhale, lengthen back up. And then we're gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna turn this way so you can see me, but we're gonna come onto our backs with the feet about shoulder width apart and open up your arms to feel a subtle stretch in your chest and your lats. You can be higher with your arms or out more to the side. From here, with your feet, again, shoulder width apart and your knees bent, let the knees drop over to one side. Feel that cross body stretch. Hold and breathe. You can keep your arms right where they are, or you can move them higher or lower or across. Wherever you feel the stretch really nicely through your waist and the front of your hip and thigh. And then inhale back through center. Exhale, the knees go to the other side. Slowly bring your knees back up to center. And then give your knees a hug. Massage your back a little bit. If there's any other stretches you'd like to add, of course, please feel free to add them. And I highly recommend taking at least a 1 minute relaxing on your back moment for your health. So everything we just did was really good for our fitness. It's really good for our health to learn how to relax. And not just to learn mentally, but to learn in our nervous system. So every time we practice relaxation, it's like recalibrating our nervous system. It's helping us to remember how to relax. And one way you can do that, really simple, is to breathe into your belly. Dr. Ralph LaForge from Duke University, in a conference I attended with him, said that there was a study that showed that just 30 to 40 seconds of deep belly breathing can reduce or eliminate all physiological symptoms of stress. That's huge. Huge for our immunity, huge for our health. Once that feels complete for you, take as much time as you like. Stay here longer if you like in relaxation, as much time as you have, as much time as you can. I'm going to sign off the video for now. Thank you for joining us at Flow.